winds are coming.
Hey guys, my name is Skye and this is Marabella, and we are about to do a full moon ceremony, a cacao ceremony. We're setting our intentions for the next month, the next cycle. So welcome everybody. Hey Marabella.
Hello, everybody. How is everyone? How are you, Skye?
I'm good. I'm traveling around America a bit, so that's very exciting.
Oh, that's so nice. Wow, if you ever come to the Pacific Northwest, let me know. Or if you're going to go to California, let me know.
No, not this time.
Okay.
But next time I come over,
Yeah.
I want to do this every year. So
Oh,
I'd
yeah.
love next time I come over to be a little bit more organized. Hey, JJ.
Hi. Hi, everybody. My hair is being so crazy right now. It's windy. I thought we're doing the full moon ceremony today, and it's the full moon eclipse in Pisces. And so it's a very emotional, I don't know if anyone's going through any sort of deep emotions, but it's a very great time for rest and relaxation and kind of diving into our emotions. I took notes just to make sure I'm going to get everything covered today. But so Pisces asks us to just kind of sit and feel into our emotions and what we're going through. So I decided to be outside by the water. So I thought today we could bring in the mermaid energy, because mermaids are all about water and gratitude and bringing through our inner child. So I have pulled a few cards for us today on some themes for this full moon in Pisces. And one of them is tranquility.
Ooh, I love it. I think we need that with all these emotions in the air, right?
Yep. Make time to relax, be still, and enjoy your solitude, indulging in much needed self-care.
Oh, we all need that.
Right. And I feel like part of the self-care that I also wanted to talk about is raw foods, because most of the time I eat raw, but sometimes I eat cooked. But I've been doing all raw lately. And that has been helping me with the ups and downs of the water energy that's going on, the deep Pisces emotions. So remembering to have that deep relaxation. And the next one is to stay optimistic. Super important to stay optimistic. Your dreams are coming true. Don't quit right before the miracle occurs.
I love that. It's always darkest just before the light, right? So we've got to hold on.
That is such a good point to remember, to hold on and have faith and wait in gratitude. And then the last card is divine magic.
Oh, that kind of sums up you, Marabella.
Thank you. Extra magical energy surrounds your situation right now. So expect miracles.
I love that.
And I feel like we get what we expect. So
We do.
keep our expectations high for
We
sure.
do. We do. Now let's get into this ceremony.
Yes. So, does everybody have something to drink? Did everybody bring their cacao or water?
Yeah, I got ginger water today. What's in your cacao?
So today we're still having summer in the Pacific Northwest. So I decided to do a little lemon and some honey in my cacao.
Wow.
So I can't wait to drink it. I cannot wait. I have been not having cacao so that I could just have it ceremonially. So for you guys that don't know, cacao is a plant medicine. It's non-hallucinogenic, but it is a plant medicine, and it opens our hearts. It gives us a little bit of an energy lift, but doesn't give us the crash of, say, regular caffeine. And it is super healthy for us, full of minerals, vitamins, so good. And it's perfect for me right now because it's that time of the month. So all the emotions and the cacao go together.
The moon.
And the moon and
Moon
the
loves
full moon. Yes,
cacao.
the full moon. That's why we're here.
Yes.
Yeah. So let's just take a minute and close our eyes and just allow yourself to be here. Hopefully you can hear nothing but my voice because I've got birds chirping, I've got boats behind me. Hopefully you can hear me loud and clear. We're just going to tune into heart center. And if you want, you can put a hand on your heart and just taking a nice deep breath in. We're going to tune into the energy of the mermaids, which represent our emotions and our inner child. Tuning into gratitude for the drink that we're drinking, gratitude for all the hands that helped in preparation, from getting our drink from the farm or the field that it came from to us. Having gratitude for ourselves for showing up. And let's go ahead and take one big drink of whatever it is that we're having. What is everybody else having? What's everyone having in the comments?
Let us know below what you guys are having. What I wanted to say is, even though this is just ginger water, infused water, when you set intentions, it feels so powerful when you take a sip of something.
Yes, absolutely. So, do you remember any intentions set for, and you don't have to answer back, just kind of think about what the intentions that you were setting for last month, and then moving forward, kind of what you want to see. We have a new season upon us. Right now, I'm still in summer, but it is autumn here in the States. Um, are you getting ready to go into spring, Skye?
Yeah, so as I was leaving to go over to America, because I'm in America now, is it was the first of spring when I left. So it was just like that tipping point where you could feel Mother Earth about to just, well, she was breaking open, but just about to bloom. So when I come back, it'll be all the spring fruits and spring greens and spring flowers. And so I'm on this beautiful trip, but then when I come back, it'll be even more beautiful.
Oh my gosh, spring is my favorite. I love spring so much.
Me too. It's
But
so good.
autumn is lovely here too. The leaves are starting to change. And so, with the change of seasons, also brings kind of a shift in us too. And so, part of that is the letting go of the last season and moving forward, which is good for us to let go of kind of things that we don't need anymore moving into the next season. So for us, we're getting ready to head towards fall, and it's more of a cozy sort of just release of whatever happened towards summer. We're getting ready to go into the end part of the year and kind of thinking about what that would look like for all of us. And I also wanted to share a story with you guys. So, tuning into gratitude, um, a couple of things happened this week. One is that someone found a turtle and gave it to me, and um, they saved it from the middle of the road. And I live on a lake, so I was able to let the turtle go on the lake. And I kind of tuned into like the message of turtle, which reminds me of fall, like to kind of slow down, take things a little bit slower, like going through this Pisces energy, tuning into ourselves, into our emotions, releasing, like when I was letting that turtle go. So I brought the turtle home, let it play with my dog, she's a miniature schnauzer.
Oh,
She kind of played with the turtle, and then we let the turtle go. And when I let him go, he went out into the water, and then he turned around like he was saying goodbye, and then he went the opposite direction. And it was like he was
wow.
coming back and saying thank you.
Oh,
So I put like a little video of that on my TikTok and my Instagram, or no, TikTok and Facebook if you guys are interested in it.
I
But
didn't see it. I'll have to look out for it.
yeah, it's so fun. So it just reminded me of, we're switching seasons, and we're getting ready to release things into
Close.
the water. And And so that happened. And then my little dog is not feeling well. She's really sick. And yesterday I spent the day thinking, like, what did I do wrong? What I should have done this and I should have done that. And then when I woke up this morning, I was like, you know what? That's not helping her any. I need to switch into the gratitude, because we're having some great times together. And so I switched into gratitude for her, and what a great, it's like she's my angel. Oh, oh, yay! I love it. Hi.
How's it
Hi,
going?
Gillian.
I love you so much. I know we've been
Oh,
so long, but I love you.
I love you.
Can you hear me?
Yeah.
Full moon, guys. We feel the energy, right?
Yeah. And you're just right. We're talking about inner child, and you brought the little, is that a little puppet? So
Skye knows how I am.
yeah, that's like your inner child wants to be with us.
Yeah, exactly. I just went and bought us lots of fresh food. We're gonna make a nice salad and dressing.
Yay! I want to come through the camera
Yeah,
in there with
I
you guys.
know.
Oh,
This is
precious
Rocky, the new member of the
puppy.
family.
Yay!
Yay,
Oh my
yeah.
gosh, I get to
And
see
this is
her for
Bo. This is
real.
Bo, guys. This is Bo.
Hi, Bo. I thought it was a kangaroo.
Bo's fake.
Oh
Like
my
I
gosh.
said, he sits at my front door every night as security.
No way. He looks real.
No, my daughter's toy.
Hi.
You wanna say
Hi.
hi?
You guys can stay
Hi.
if you want. We're just having fun.
Well, we're gonna go down. We're gonna make a big salad, and I'm gonna make Skye my favorite green goddess dressing. My cameraman's here, so we're gonna film. Like, this is like the ultimate green salad. It's my favorite thing ever lately, and it helped me get back on track after my parents passed. I was kind of off the wagon for a bit.
Yeah.
So good. So we're gonna go film that. But I love you. It's good to see you.
I love you. It's so great to see you.
And we've been having so much fun, Skye and I. We were just laughing so hard in New York, and yeah, it was fun. It was really good.
Well, when she comes back here, I want to go with you guys. Like, hang
Yeah,
out with you guys. Yeah.
for sure. Do
That'll
it for
be so
sure.
fun.
Yeah. Okay. Love
Oh,
you.
thank
Are
you
you
for
guys on
saying-
YouTube right now or no?
Yes, YouTube.
Oh, hey everybody. Yay. My favorite platform, the best people. Hey, Skye's people. Love you guys.
Thanks. Oh, that was so fun.
Yes.
That was so much fun. That made my life right now.
Oh. That makes sense.
Yay.
Oh my God. Gillian is the biggest inner child you'll ever meet. Well, and then when we're together, it's just like two kids, like that don't stop laughing. So
I love that. I love that. That
yes, we'll all
everything.
have to hang out. But sorry, you were talking about your dog, and then she comes in with a fake dog and a real dog. And
Oh
there's
my
all-
gosh. I was
Yes.
just blown away. At first I thought it was a kangaroo, and then I was like, what is happening? And then like, oh, she's popping in, and it's like her inner child's popping in. It was so perfect. Yay. That was so fun. So you guys were having fun and enjoying hanging out and making salad, and yeah.
Yes. It's I want you to get back to your dog in a second and the gratitude, but it is so amazing to hang out with somebody who is so like you, and so, you know, we like the same food, we like the same places, we shop in the same shops, and it didn't come instantly, right? But I knew that if you keep putting yourself out there, even if you're alone for a while as a raw foodist, you have to eventually attract what is meant for you. Like, especially eating a raw food diet, you can't not attract it. It's there. It's just you've got to keep believing.
I agree. And it's like when you eat raw, your vibration raises.
Yeah.
And it's interesting how whatever's not for you, it doesn't work out.
Yes, it drops away, or you start to feel unwell so much so you can't sit in that space anymore. You're forced to move into a higher vibration.
Yes, right. And just to give people hope, if you're moving into that higher vibration, however you're doing it for you, whatever works for you, raw or whatever's working, sometimes you will be alone for a little while. you'll be alone, and in that alone time you can really get to know yourself, and then your tribe will come. Like they will come, but sometimes it does take a minute for that to happen, and that's okay. It's okay.
Yeah. Your true tribe. Like, I feel like raw food makes me sit in truth. And with that, everything that falls away was actually never mine truly. Like in my truth element, it was never meant for me. So I can't be upset about it. You have to
Right.
give gratitude. Like, if I'd stayed on that path, I wouldn't be where I was. And off the back of that, like, even being in New York was so surreal, because when I was sick all those years, all the movies, all the TV shows, everything I watched was filmed in New York. Like, most of it was filmed in New York. Plus, my dad had an office in New York, so he was always over there. My mum would go over there. My sister traveled there. My friends have been there. And it's one of those things where, even like, when I was really sick, I had like Apple computers, and I always imagined what the biggest Apple store was like in New York. And like, being there, you have to understand, I manifested that back all those years when I was sick. Like, and I never just thought about it in, I can't do that. I always just dreamt about it. Like, it wasn't even like I will get there. It was just like I would think about it. And there's so much power, especially when you're on raw foods, that just align everything you're meant to do.
Yes, 100%. It's so exciting.
It is. It's like you were so right about, you were talking about your dog, and you realize it doesn't
Oh,
serve your puppy
oh,
to be
thank you.
upset.
Right. Yes, exactly. Like, I'm like, what am I doing? What am I doing? And rolling into this with her, I I see hope. Like, I'm able to see hope with her, and I'm able to enjoy her, um, even though she's not feeling well. I'm able to still enjoy her and still love her, and not have that. I mean, I was so worried yesterday. I was worried, and I'm still worried for her, but I'm able to enjoy her as she is. Our relationship has switched a little bit because I'm having to treat her like a puppy. So, like, really nurse her, babysit her, like, carry her out to the grass so she can walk around a little bit, trying to encourage her more. But I'm still having hope. And having that gratitude is so helpful versus to beat myself up about, I should have done this and I should have done that. Why did I do this? Oh, I should have done that. And so now, with the time we have left, I'm making it beautiful. I have her in her little kennel, which she loves. She chose to put herself in her kennel. Like, we have it with the door open all the time. It's like her little bedroom. And I'm playing healing music, off of Alexa for her, the Solfeggio tunes for healing. And she's comfy and cozy, and I know she feels loved. Because yesterday I put her in front of my big silver maple tree that I have, and she sat there and just enjoyed being on the earth. I'm sure the earth was I was envisioning the earth healing her, and I sat in front of her, and she walked over to me, and she put her head to my third eye and just looked at me in the
Oh,
eyes like, thank you, I love you, I'm trying to feel better.
yeah. Everything that you just said is so magical, in that I always believe that dogs and animals are this pure form of love, here to teach us what we're supposed to do for ourselves. So somehow humans got so broken, we never learnt to take ourselves out to the grass and lay on it, play ourselves some music, put ourselves in our kennel, let the like play the healing sounds while earth starts to heal us. Somehow humanity has got so disconnected. We need animals to teach us. And you even saying that might be the powerful story that needed to come out, that when we not well, we can do that for ourselves.
Yes, absolutely. That's part of the self-care. That's part of our tranquility, is to take care of ourselves too. Like, especially if we're taking care of others, it's good to nurture ourselves and have that self-love,
Yeah.
and always reaching for that highest that we can reach for. Okay, so, maybe maybe you're not raw, maybe you're raw, maybe you're not raw, maybe you are, but you're reaching for that highest vibrational food, whatever that our bodies can have at that time. Fruit is the highest, but whatever you've got, always reaching for the highest. If you're watching something on TV, always reach for like the highest TV shows that you can watch. Highest meaning highest frequency, something that's teaching us something, music, maybe tuning into music. I know my hair is like
You're so fun. It's taking off the vibrations. It's vibrating all the way out there. I love that. And the highest vibration is love. So whatever feels like love to you in the moment
yes,
will literally keep leading you if you keep choosing love. And it's
yes.
just, it's such a, in this world where everything can be quite dense and consumerism and like we want to hold something, we just, once again, that love aspect is, if we can get in touch with that, it leads us to places we never imagined. Like, as I've just told my stories about getting to New York and having such a friend like you and like Gillian and like that all starts because I keep choosing love. And we were talking actually when we're at the airport, how when we're under stimulating lights, how all of a sudden we start wanting, you get cravings because the brain's very confused. So this is why that's not a normal situation, not in airports very often, but most of the time if that starts happening, you can just take your shoes off and go outside or sit by a window, like move yourself away from artificial to help you find love.
I really appreciate you saying that, because something else I wanted to bring up here too, thank you for that whole, is I was going over kind of my summer and how, I mean, for 2 years I was 100% raw. And then towards the end of last year, I started having some cooked foods at the end of the night. This summer, I went to a wedding. I think I already told everybody about this, but have you ever been in a situation where you go back to where you were and then cravings come back? Like, I went back to where I used to live in Seattle and I started to crave coffee, which I haven't had forever. And then I remember also that you were talking about doing a cleanse and how sometimes people will do a cleanse and then they'll get the cravings back.
Yeah.
But when I do a cleanse, I don't. After I do a cleanse, then I stop craving and I crave the good stuff. And I think for me, what it is that I get bored of what I'm eating. And then when I do a cleanse, then everything sounds good that I eat after. But I did this cleanse this week, or maybe it was last week, and it's kept me on track where I'm not craving those foods. And it's easier for me. But also, like, and I also appreciate what you said about moving, like moving it, like go stand on the grass or go for a walk. And I never thought about that before.
Yeah, so the hardest place for us to be is if we start setting neurons off in the brain that have a pattern that we've established in somewhere, like you've gone to this wedding and you've gone back to your old hometown. So you go back there and part of the old patterns in your brain light up because it's familiar, right? And then you have the smells and more of that pathway lights up. You see old friends, more of the pathway lights up. The only missing key is the food you used to eat to completely fulfill you reliving that experience. So the brain wants to connect that to feel the experience. And if not, you feel like you're coming from lack. And I notice that any time that happens is instead of trying to give into that, I try and mimic it or I get outside. So that's what a lot of my recipes are. Like if I'm going somewhere and I know people are having fancy food, I don't eat that fancy very often. I eat very simply. But if I'm going somewhere, I'll make lots of stimulating things to fill that last part of the neural pathway that's already there in the brain. So when it lights up, my brain doesn't feel lack. Or I will leave like an event early, or you get out in nature. But we're all going to have to experience that. But you're doing a really amazing thing where is you're realizing that the more you pull away and give your brain something simply, it feels like it's Christmas, right? When you have a few different flavors. And that's another great way to do it. But I love how you see it from an aspect of like, you're not broken. There's nothing wrong with you. You're just doing it so that you can sustain yourself better. And the more we come from like a place of that, instead of keep on trying to fix ourselves. Like when I found raw foods, I was done with pain. I was done with terror. I was done with anger. I was done with control. These words are making me feel bad now. I don't use them anymore. And so when I found the raw foods, it was love and light and feel good and energies. And so I don't let myself ever sit in a space where I feel deprived, because as soon as I do, that's old Skye and old feelings. And then, as you say, the coffee and the old habits and all of it, it's part of that neural network, which I don't want to tap into.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I really like that not tapping into feeling deprived, but looking at it like, oh, there's so much there, and just tuning into what is it that I'm needing at this time.
I was going to say, off the back of the moon and like thinking about this, is the other thing I'm not talking about here is the fact that there's so much that I've built on. So when we get ourselves caught in these situations, like, you know, a wedding and you're in your hometown and the old people you haven't seen for years, and when you're around them, you always had a drink and some sort of like craving food.
Yeah.
There's also another aspect to raw food, and that is what I've accomplished in 4 years, I couldn't do in a lifetime. So you have to remember to see, and like that is like that flow that you get. And like what we're talking about, like the full moon is the water, the flow. We've actually moved away from where we were. Whereas I find if you try and attack those addiction patterns when you're eating a denser diet, it's a real like battle head. But we have a lot of flow.
Yes. I love that. I love how you tie that into the full moon and the emotions. And the emotions are key, and like listening to the emotions, because sometimes, like I remember when I first went raw, there's nowhere to hide. Like an emotion would come up and I didn't realize I had food addictions. Like I would never have guessed that I did. But when you've got nowhere to hide, then you can work through what's going on for you. And you can kind of even go back and to figure out where that came from. And then you realize that you're eating to feel so good. You're eating for your body to be healthy and to have energy and to do all the things that it needs to do. You're not eating to numb yourself. And that's such a free feeling. It feels so good to just have your food, let it be your energy, your fuel.
I love that. There's one of my followers or subscribers on YouTube. I actually mentioned this before, and a lot of the reason we have this food addiction is we're not happy. And so part of our day, we've wired our brain to be happy at certain points, or when we have a chocolate bun, or when we have a coffee or something. But there's a study that states, what I was bringing up my subscribers is it's actually, this study is on YouTube, where you get rats and you give them the option of sugar water, or I think it's cocaine or heroin. I don't know. You have to watch the study. And they're in a cage and they constantly go to the cocaine or the heroin, whatever it is. They don't touch the sugar water, and they end up killing themselves from addiction, right? But then these people studying said, well, humans don't live in cages. Give them a play yard. Give them, you know, little merry-go-rounds and little trees or whatever they've got. And they drunk the sugar water. And that's essentially what's happening. You box yourself in a room and a television, and you'll want the cocaine or the fast food or the coffee in this example. Give yourself the whole universe and outdoors and beautiful friends and like sunshine, and you'll want the sugar water, which essentially is the freshness of food and whole foods. And I love that study, because it really does show how, like, the basis of how all humans, I mean, there are different levels to this, but this is a very common thing, that we're all trapped in the box.
Yes, right. We're like kind of born into it.
Yes,
it's passed down generation to generation. Another thing too with the raw vegan is that when you're eating raw, it's like you see things, like you said, the truth so clearly, and so a lot of things become so apparent. Like so much is like, wow, like it's like you see things with clear eyes. You see through the facades, and you can see, you have more, I feel like I have more compassion, and I can see both sides of the situation.
Yes, I also believe maybe I'll write a book on this. Someone needs to write a book
Please
on this.
do. I want you to. Yeah.
There's different times. There's like of being raw. And I mean, I'm only 4 years. I'm sure people can do even better than I can. But there's where you're the wounded soldier type thing, where you've just started this and you're coming with all your baggage and all your disease, and that's got to come away. And it's even though you see truth and you have more compassion, we can get triggered really easy. When I think back to the first couple of years, I spent a lot of time alone, and you spoke on that at the start of this, how that can really help you get to know yourself. But in doing that, just because you see truth, I was very raw. I was like like a wounded soldier. I feel like I'm in my more of like a building and strength element of the raw foods now. But people need to understand is there's different like I don't want to say psychology, but it's like the spirit, the soul is being like it needs to like kind of come, it's like cleansing, right? You're going to cleanse out all the things that wounded you, right? I always think so when people talk about like detox and they say, did you detox? I never had detox symptoms, but what was very apparent and what is still apparent, and I fully wholeheartedly believe this, is that everything we've experienced in our life lives inside us. And what happens is if you strip yourself back, you will trigger all sorts of things. I don't necessarily think they take on physical properties. I think they live in neurons, muscles, tissue, fascia, all of that, right? And that to me is just a physical representation of the soul, essentially, like the spirit, right? And when you first come to this and you start eating quite light, you become light. So things that people do can really trigger you. And it's like there's the time of like the hermit stage where you need to be that hermit. And then you will still see truth. But I just have so much more compassion.
Yeah.
That's where I am 4 years in than I did at the start. But it wasn't that I was uncompassionate, is that I was just too triggered. Like it's people around me. Like I look back and I see that I'm only now really socializing in a normal way. But please know, I was in a bedroom for 15 years. I was bedridden 25 years. Like most of the time I do something, go to bed, but like 15 years. So, but I didn't see it like that at the time, which is the beautiful thing about raw. But my moral here is there's different expressions that you feel and that you can handle as you go through the raw. And don't think that you will feel like that forever.
Yes.
Hey guys, joining us. Hey hey Megan A. Sorry, Marabella.
Hi. No, hi. Yeah, I 100% agree. Definitely, you go through different stages, and also, you know, like we as humans are evolving. I mean, not just our lifespan development stages, but also spiritually. And the earth is changing, the earth is ascending, we're ascending with the earth. A lot of changes are going on, and I feel like it is like a purifying. When you first come to raw and you're detoxing, it is a very physical, and when you're changing, then like we've said, your life changes. People come, people go. Your vibration changes. You're not a match for some of the things that maybe that you used to do, or you come into a realization of different things. And yeah, it's like shifting all the way through, all the way from beginning to wherever you are right now. It's not just oh, yay. It's wonderful.
That's right.
I mean, it is wonderful, but I mean, you go through a lot of changes and a lot of phases,
You
a lot
do.
of studying.
Even when I will have to say that nothing I've experienced while being on raw foods even comes close to how horrible life was before. Like I just like when you have to process something while you're eating raw foods, it's so much easier than it is when you start putting density in. And I wonder if souls just get to a point where they can't, even if I wanted to numb myself, it's just not an option. My body would break before it would allow too much density in.
Yes, I can say that for sure, because if I try to eat something that I used to eat, I can't do it. I my body just I literally get sick the next day. Can't do
Yeah.
it. Yeah.
Yeah. So I'll bring this comment up about here because this was my experience is I did not feel physically bad. All I did was feel better and better and better and better when I started eating raw foods. As long as I ate at a good density, I ate whatever I wanted that was raw, and I never experienced detox symptoms like I hear people have. But what I do know is still to this day not the same, but especially the first few years, is if something triggered me, it was so obvious. Here's an example: is when I finally started running and I had exertion and my heart rate got back up again. The only times my heart rate used to be up was when I was in excruciating amounts of pain laying in a hospital bed and I would be crunched up in a ball. So when I was running, all of those memories would come up. I don't necessarily think at that same time my body dumped toxins into the bloodstream. What I believe is that every nerve and muscle and is memory is linked to the brain, like the spine, the brain, it's all linked. So you set off the same electricity in the body, and the brain just responds as it always has. But I chose to use the memories to go, look what you can do. If you can overcome that pain, if you can overcome that suffering, you can run faster today, Skye. Today is your day.
Yes.
Given into that, but I choose to see my past as a strength. Like, look what you overcame then. So now your breathing is it's hard to panic when you're running because you've got a lot of endorphins going through your body, but the
Yes.
thoughts come up with the exertion, and I just chose to let them run while I'm like, I can do this now, like instead of letting myself come. But I often wonder if we ever, like, memories never truly go. Like,
Right.
I believe these are always inside of me. I just noticed that at the start, as long as I ate whatever I was called to, I didn't seem to experience all I did is feel better. But that was just me. I'm only one person.
Yeah, I didn't really feel, I felt good. Like I felt like when I first went raw, I felt so good. Like amazing. Like the best feeling ever. And then I had to learn how to eat to sustain my energy level, because I think I ate a little too less because I was used to eating a little less of, you know, not regular food, but like standard American diet. I had already cut a lot of things out anyway by the time I went raw, but and for me also, I'm able to shift emotions easier. So if something's really got me down or something happens, I can shift out of it and then my situation gets better. And I attribute that a lot to being raw. I mean, I've done a lot of like EFT tapping and hypnosis and stuff like that, but also I think it's what's in us, what
Yeah.
we're taking in, what I'm taking in really has an effect on me. And also different types, like knowing which fruits or which vegetables. Like for me, green juice is a standard in my life.
Yes.
It helps me to feel really calm, centered, all the things. That really helped me transition to raw. And that is a non-negotiable every day.
It is. It is. I don't know whether you saw the interview I did with Katie Lespas. She's the bikini model.
Oh, uh-huh. I
So
did.
she was talking about constantly about how people are really focused on fruit, fruit, fruit. But she's like, it's minerals, it's minerals, it's minerals. And I said, I agree with you. When I first was getting myself well, although I'd have a little bit of berries or strawberries or watermelon, most of the time I could not stop crunching on minerals. And the more minerals, the more my hair grew, the more
Oh,
my
yeah.
skin got tighter. And I believe like we need those, I believe we need lots of things, but I think what she's trying to say is it's not just one thing.
Yes.
In that there's so many different facets to us, and every time I hyper focus, I start to go down the path of destroying myself, and I don't get very far because I'm on raw foods. But it's
Right.
that lesson where when I look back at my raw journey, the best I ever do is when I have bitter fruit, bitter greens. Sometimes I have like a bit of dehydrated food. Sometimes I have some fruit. Like if I look at doing just greens or just fruit or low fat or high fat, is I seem to hyper focus on moments that felt extremely good. The
Yeah.
moments which just don't feel good. And
Right.
if I have balance, I seem to feel balanced.
Balance. Yes.
I had to learn.
Balance is so key, which we'll talk a lot about next month when we do September, October for Libra season.
Yay. Well, you'll have to rebalance me because I'll just be getting home.
Oh,
I'll be out moon baking in my spring.
Yay. That's nice. You're gone for a while then.
Yeah, doing some traveling around America. So everyone follow along. There'll be different adventures.
I'm excited. That's great.
Yeah. I've got my crystals here too. I don't exactly know what they are.
Oh yeah. Let's see
But,
what you got.
I've got, I think this is quartz.
Uh-huh. Yes.
Quartz.
Looks like
I think
quartz.
this is, it looks like turquoise, but it's not. What is
Yeah.
that?
I want to say,
is it citra? Is it start with C? It's like
I don't think it's citrine. I'm drawing a blank right now.
Okay. What about the purple one? You'll get the purple one.
Yes, that's amethyst.
Amethyst. Okay.
Yes.
And this one I also used to have in my bedroom when I was really sick, which is rhodium. Is that rhodium?
Oh,
rhodium. I don't know if that's actually all from the elemental table. I think.
I know what it is, but I can't think of it.
What about this one? This looks familiar. That's the one. It's got different colors. It's like
that's
a type of smoky quartz, maybe. No,
that's pretty. Not smoky quartz. I'm drawing a blank. That one is so pretty, and that one is very much Pisces energy.
Right. So I picked these because I was drawn to them.
Yes.
So that's rose quartz. That one's
is
rose.
that citrine? I can't tell.
It looks like rose quartz to me. Oh, it might be.
Maybe it is rose. If it's more pinkish, rose.
It is pink.
Yeah.
And then this white one. What's the white one?
Ooh, that's so pretty. Why don't I know today?
That's all right. Well, they're giving me good energy with my ginger one. And this dog keeps freaking me out. Hello.
Oh my gosh, he looks real, and I thought it was a kangaroo.
Oh, you thought it was a kangaroo.
I have a really pretty one. This one is Celestine.
That is stunning.
And so this one it's good for angelic communication, and it helps for expression and knowing and intuition, which intuition is huge with the raw foods, because the more you eat raw, the more your intuition pops in.
It does.
Light right there. Do you see
that?
I
know, I do. It was meant to just shine through, connect us to nature through the computer.
It's an angelic light.
I love that.
Yeah.
I love that. Okay. Well, do you want to close up the ceremony today?
Yes. So thank you, everyone, for joining us, and wishing you all a great full moon tonight. And you can email me. Well, not email me, but you can send any questions in to Skye, and she'll send them to me.
I will.
Thank you, Skye. And tell Gillian thank you for popping in.
I will tell her that. And yes, I am rawskye@gmail.com. Raw as in ROARSKYE. And I've put Marabella's details below as well. But thank you so much for today. Thank you for joining. And I will see all of you next month with Marabella.
Yay, sending you mermaid blessings.
Thank you. Bye, everyone.
Bye.